Today's Tuesday and you're watching The Nerd Project. So you know those mysterious bumpy things that appear out of nowhere on your tongue and friggin' hurt? I got one today. So if at some point in the video I start speaking like a little kid with a really bad speech impediment, that's why. Just sort of a caveat. What does that word even mean? I don't know. I'll probably use that totally wrong. So today was a pretty good day for me. I found out I was going to play in the pit for our school musical, which is Ragtime. Apparently we're the first high school ever to be allowed to perform Ragtime, so that's cool. I'm not right in the head. I'm pretty excited. I've always wanted to play in the pit for a musical, but I never have, because usually it's just orchestra kids that do it, and I'm not in orchestra, I'm just in band, and but apparently the clarinets that they have in the pit aren't that great. I mean, they're not bad, it's just that the music's really hard and they can't really handle it. Hopefully I can. I don't know, I haven't actually seen it or heard it. I'm kind of scared. But my friend Kevin, who plays violin in it, was all like, the clarinets, they can't handle the solos. And I was like, really? And he was like, yes, I'm so sad. And I was like, I've always wanted to play in the pit for a musical, hint hint. And he was like, okay, I shall ask Mr. Kirk, orchestra director. And I was like, cool. And then he asked, and I'm in it. That was a great story. Hopefully this year goes better than a couple years ago when we did West Side Story. The performance that I went to of West Side Story, you know the scene where Tony sneaks into Maria's room through her window? Well, the guy who was playing Tony, as he was sneaking back out, the window was just like this wooden frame thing, and he knocked it over and it almost hit, I'm not Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka. It almost hit one of the violin players in the head, so hopefully that doesn't happen to me. But I've heard there's all kinds of intense acrobatics and juggling and stuff in this show, so who knows what's gonna happen. You know what, I'm rambling, let's move on. So Elena, speaking of spooky holes, that's not a sentence you hear every day. One time I spent the night at my friend's house and I was using her bathroom. I sat down on the toilet and I looked up and there was a giant, well not a giant, it was like this big, but there was a hole in the wall directly in front of the toilet. And it looked like it went on forever because it was really dark. And I was like, I mean it was in the bathroom, that's not where you want a spooky hole to show up. And I'm 100% with you on the commenting thing. You guys may have noticed that I don't comment on videos very often, and I'm sorry. But, you know, everything I would say in a comment I usually say in my video, and I have a thing about redundancy, you know, I don't like saying the same thing twice. Maybe it's a weird personality thing, I don't know, but yeah, that's why I don't comment. Jess, that's a pretty intense challenge. I don't have it done yet. I will at some point in the next few weeks. But Jess, I hope you're prepared for some serious homoeroticism involving yourself. I mean, really, you were asking for it. Icky, when you move to Texas, Nerdfighter pool party at your house. Sorry to be pushy, but I think it's necessary. Allie, drawing on your wallpaper looked super fun. And all this talk of letters made me realize that you sent me a letter about a month ago, and I still haven't answered, and I'm a horrible person for that. But I've been really busy with school, and I keep forgetting. But now I remember, and tomorrow I'm gonna start a reply. So be expecting that. Darn you, Zoe. I was going to use giant purple monkeys in my story, but now I can't. In all seriousness, I loved your story. I really enjoyed it. And John, I likey the blog idea. And as to who I know knows about the Nerd Project, I know my family does. Sean and Mallory know about it. And a lot of my friends actually know about it. Because I told my best friends about it, and they just tell everyone about it. I don't know why. But, so yeah. So yes, that is it for me this week. Elena, I shall see you tomorrow. Once again, I'm going to use the end of the video to pimp another channel. There is a new collab that has hit YouTube called 3 Awesome Geeks. One of these awesome geeks is our good friend Crimsong19, otherwise known as Jason. There are also Sam and Bree, and they're pretty cool too. Just to clarify, I'm not actually in this channel. I'm sure you're all really disappointed. But I thought you guys should know about it because it's awesome, and I actually am going to make a guest appearance on it this weekend. So yeah, everybody go subscribe.